Well, we celebrate anniversaries to recognize milestones. They're a time to reflect on years past, how far we've come, and anticipate what lies ahead. When you think of a milestone, a birthday or wedding may come to mind, but for many, it's marking freedom from addiction. Tonight, a North Alabama woman is celebrating her biggest and most important anniversary yet, 1 year sober. Our Nikki Marker sat down with this woman to hear the real, raw truths of addiction, and she shares her story.
There's nobody that can push you to get out of this lifestyle unless you want to.
For Megan Kuski, it was a lifestyle full of the darkest roads she'd ever faced. Addiction.
And I had lost literally everything. At one point I had nothing in my trailer except for some clothes, a refrigerator, and a love seat. I had sold everything. And that is what addiction does to you, is it does not care, it does not discriminate.
She tells me her journey with drugs started as early as 15, growing up in Indiana.
Being in middle school and just wanting to fit in, trying to find my place and trying to find my footing and find kind of a clique that I belonged to, and I couldn't find that. And so, wanting to fit in, I started experimenting with drugs.
It started with pills and quickly turned to heroin.
It didn't hit me until I was like in my early 20s that like, wow, I have a problem.
Megan says she tried 4 different rehab facilities and was back to using less than a week after, every time.
None of them worked, not because they are bad places, not because they don't, they didn't work because I wasn't ready to get the help that I needed.
Like many addicts, she tried to run from the problem, deciding to move to Alabama.
I had a little bit of clean time when I moved here, and then, I quickly got back in with the wrong crowd and just kind of stumbled right back into that cycle.
Quickly falling even further, trying meth for the first time.
I told myself just one time, and that's the thing about addiction, is that it is a liar and it's not going to be just one time.
COVID-19 hit, and in the peak of the pandemic, Megan says she was at her worst. November 13th, 2021 was supposed to be a morning she spent with her father.
I remember doing a small amount before he got there, like right before he got there. I remember getting in his truck. And the next thing I remember is I woke up in the back of an ambulance.
She had overdosed on fentanyl.
I barely had a pulse. I was essentially dead.
Even at rock bottom, she couldn't pull herself out.
The moment that I got home, I was doing drugs again. I wanted to find something that was going to make me feel something but nothing at the same time.
In October of 2024, she was arrested and spent 22 weeks in jail. And it was then that her turning point finally came.
My sister-in-law said, I found this program. If you're really ready to do this, this is your opportunity. And thankfully I found Prodigal Home.
She says it's the women who fill the home that have made all the difference.
I have never been surrounded by sober people and empowering women. I surrounded myself with people who were addicts.
After searching to find her people since 15, she's now 33, surrounded by women who push her every day, and 1 year sober.
Incredibly grateful that people saw in me what I couldn't see in myself at first, and people gave me a chance.
But she knows this isn't the finish line.
My work isn't done, and my work will never be done. Once you get just a taste of what this life is like, recovery in itself almost becomes addicting.
And that work includes pulling others up who are fighting right there with her.
My goal in life is I want to help other addicts. I want to help other people who have been down the same path that I have.
Winning the daily battle and celebrating big milestones. In Madison, Nikki Marker, News 19.
Good for Megan. Her story is just one of millions across America. According to the American Addiction Center, more than 48.5 million people struggled with substance abuse this past year. If you or anyone you know are struggling, you are encouraged to call the crisis helpline at 988. And we also have resources for you on our website, WHNT.com.